Hello everyone, and welcome back to Advanced Web Rankings video series. In the following minutes, I'll show you how to craft a persuasive sales pitch and build a business case using SEO forecasts. This way, you can predict the estimated traffic, conversions, and revenue that you can achieve if the website you're working on reaches your targeted keyword position performance. In addition to foreseeing the results of higher search engine rankings, you can use forecasts to set achievable goals for running SEO campaigns, monitor the actual monthly progress of the set objectives, and adjust the campaigns so the SEO objectives are met. See the actual organic traffic generated from non-branded searches. Visualize the year-over-year search trend for keywords. Track the inertial traffic to evaluate website performance based on search seasonality or the absence of SEO efforts. To start a forecast, open any AWR project with at least one full keyword ranking update completed. In the Keywords Ranking Report, you can see how well your website currently ranks for the keywords you're targeting, along with their traffic potential in terms of monthly searches. As you can see, websites that achieve top 10 performance on a keyword will always get a greater share of the clicks and enjoy a higher number of estimated visits out of the full search volume. The top KPIs also reveal the total search potential for all keywords in the table, as well as the total estimated visits. Taking into account the current ranking and traffic performance, let's create a forecast and set up the goals we aim to achieve with our SEO campaign. After giving it a name, decide how soon you'll reach a higher ranking threshold for the keywords you're targeting by choosing a time frame from 6 to 24 months. You can start the forecast as soon as you're done with the setup, or you can schedule it to start at a later date. Next up, pick one of the tracked search engines to establish the search market you're targeting. This will decide what search values will be pulled for your keywords from the Google Ads Keyword Planner. If the website is targeting only a local audience and you're tracking a custom location search engine, you should create a forecast with local estimated visits. This way, the traffic projections will consider the local search volume instead of the country search volume. Now, let's see what options we have to display the evolution of the forecast. You can choose the linear option, where the same amount of progress is added with each monthly update, or the exponential option, which starts slowly and accelerates toward the end of the forecast duration. Next up, enter your average order value. This is the average amount a customer spends when placing an order on your website. Now let's talk about the CTR curve. This tells you the percentage of users that click on each ranking position. The default uses a CTR curve based on device, such as desktop or mobile, and on any features that appear in the search results, like featured snippet, people also ask, and others. The other options are to choose a global CTR curve that does not take into account any features, or enter your own custom values. If you have your AWR project synced with Google Search Console, you can get a more accurate CTR curve for your website by clicking this option. Next up, input your conversion rate or use the one extracted directly from your connected Google Analytics account. Before moving on, it's worth mentioning that you can choose to exclude keyword variations. When this option is enabled, the forecast becomes more accurate as it excludes duplicated search volumes for close keyword variations or misspellings. Now let's continue to the targeted keywords. You can create a forecast with the same ranking target for all your keyword groups. Or you can restrict the forecast to several keyword groups and pick your desired position range for each of them. You can also set custom positions and even a page range for your ranking estimations. This is perfect if you're already working with a client and have identified a number of great growth opportunities. Or you can go even more granular and create a forecast for only the keywords you specify. Now, let's continue to the last step, which is optional, but it allows you to set alerts for this forecast. Here you can choose to receive an email alert that will keep you in the loop every month with the evolution of your forecast. The email will be sent to the email address of your AWR account. You also have the option to create a custom alert, which allows you to send it to someone else's email address and even to a Slack channel. Here, You can set the alert to trigger when the current performance of your forecast matches the target positions you predicted. Or you can trigger the alert when your keywords are below the projected target rankings. Now we're done. Let's save the forecast and see what it looks like. In just a few seconds, we can see the overall forecast status. It tells us how close we are to the target based on currently estimated visits versus the forecasted ones. We can also see the total search demand and how it evolved from last year. Last but not least, we can see how many keywords we have in our forecasting and what the current month is from the entire forecasted period. Let's open the forecast. Here we can see how many additional visits we'll get when all the target rankings are reached. We can also see the additional conversions and revenue that come with the improved traffic. These are calculated using the conversion rate and average order value we set earlier. And here's how much it would cost to get the same amount of traffic by paying for Google Ads. You can use this number to show the value of your SEO services to your client. In the chart below, we can see 3 important metrics for each month of the forecast. The forecasted visits, which is the number of visits that you'll receive, assuming that your desired ranking positions will be reached at the end of the campaign. The inertial visits, which is the number of visits that you'll receive if there are no changes in the ranking positions of your keywords. And the actual visits, which is the estimated number of visits that you actually receive every month, given the current ranking positions of your keywords. These actual visits will be shown in the chart after each monthly update. You can even see the search volume of all the forecasted keywords and how it has changed since the last year. Let's now take a look at a different forecast, which is currently in progress, and see how well the actual visits have kept up with the forecasted goals. Any forecast you make has a set of keywords behind it. What's interesting is that we can see what happens behind the scenes and where this data comes from. Here's a breakdown of the forecast evolution, keyword by keyword. You can see the keywords where ranking performance is on target and also the number of additional visits, conversions, and revenue for every single keyword in the forecast. Now let's filter and find the ones that are lagging. These are the keywords where the actual position is still below the target rank. So now we know we still have some work to do. You can always export this data to a spreadsheet and create a to-do list from it. And if you ever feel like the forecast should include more keywords or it should have a different goal, you can always edit the forecast settings. You can also duplicate a forecast if you wish to target a different market, for example. This will allow you to run more than one forecast in parallel for the same client. When you end up with many forecasts, you can always filter them to see which ones are on target, which are still in progress, and which have already been completed. And that's it. Now you know how to use forecasts to pitch more clients, make a business case, and keep up with your goals to increase traffic, conversions, and revenue. Thank you for watching, and stay tuned for our next videos.